Here next to me. Come on up. We got a chair for Tom, so he's ready to go. We are so proud to have Tom Weaver here.
Okay, you're a boss. Okay. I'll set something on the timer. We'll see how far we get.
All right, hang on just 1 second. This may go very badly. This may get first off to a bad start, but let's try it. I'm thinking of a country. Now, my first clue is think of the name of an actor who appeared in the movies Five Star Final, The Lost Patrol, and West of Shanghai. Think of that actor. Now, think of the second syllable of his first name. Lock that in your mind. The second syllable of his first name. Now, think of the first syllable of his second name. Got them both? Switch them around. When I raise my hand, yell out what I'm thinking of.
Cardboard.
Nobody said Egypt. I'm thinking of a country. Get a new audience, please.
All right. So, hey, if you want to be to play the game, come up here on stage. Tom's going to ask some trivia questions. Whoever gets the most points gets to get a prize from the prize box. We're going to play 2 games. So, hands in the air. Who wants to come up on stage and play today? You, sir, right there. You, sir, right there. That's we just get that. That sounds good. Okay, so it's you. We'll get 3 right there, and we'll get 4 down there. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Have all you guys just watched The Mummy's Hand? All right, we'll see what happens. I said I was thinking of a country. I said it twice. You ready?
Yeah, okay. Let me go here.
All right.
Every time that you get a point, this is your point card. So keep holding these.
All right. Harry's the mummy. Which eye was missing? His left or his right?
Left. Oh, no, please do not answer.
Come on. Neither. You're right.
Oh!
That's right. Which arm was useless? Left or his right?
Egypt.
Egypt.
No, his right arm. Zuko has silver or gray hair throughout the movie, but he has black hair at the beginning. True or false?
False.
No, it's true. That's to show that when he became the high priest was years and years before the rest of the story. His hair is black in the first scene.
Keep advancing.
The stairs in the temple, those were left over from the movie called Hell's Angels, Green Hell, or Green Pastures.
Green pasture.
No. Hell's Angels or Green Hell?
What? He didn't get it right.
Okay, all right.
Green Hell.
Green Hell is correct. Who was the king of the gods? Harold. Who was the king of the gods?
All right, not too tough.
Who was the queen of the Nile?
Cleopatra.
Correct. Who was the cutie of the cave set?
That was Flintstone.
Cindy Bear.
No,
that has nothing to come back. That has nothing to do with the mummy's hand. The temple is in the Valley of the Jackals. Correct. This is easy. I'll give you a couple of chances, in fact. The high priest's first scene, the old dying high priest, in the course of that very short scene, how many different ways does he pronounce charis? In that very short scene. 2. Higher. 3. Higher. 6. Correct. Oh!
I do it all the time.
In that very short scene, he says it 6 different ways. Hello. Let's find a toughie. Who was Ananka's father? Paul Anka, King Tut, Amenophis.
Amenophis.
Correct. How many tannin leaves to keep Paris's heart beating?
3.
Correct. And a fat lip for the mic. How many for life and movement?
5.
Incorrect. I give you 6. No.
Okay.
Max, how many for life and movement?
9.
Correct. There were four Charis movies. In how many of them did Charis get kicked to the curb by the high priest falling in love?
3. No, 4. 4.
Give it to him.
All
All right.
Where did Babe Jensen come from? No, you didn't watch the movie?
I didn't.
Oh, I giving you your multiple choice. Oh, all right. Jack P. Pierce, in 1940, how many previous to The Mummy's Hand, how many previous monster movies did he get on-screen credit for? Within 3, how many previous monster movies did Jack P. Pierce get on-screen credit for? 2. That is correct. That is within 3. The real answer is 0.
Okay.
The first time Jack P. Pierce ever got makeup credit on a monster movie, the movie was, and it's after 1940,
The Wolfman.
that is correct. Yeah, Dr. Petrie, the scientist who tags along with them. At the time, the most famous archaeologist in the world was named Dr. Petrie. True or false?
True.
True.
All right.
Babe Jensen came from?
Brooklyn.
Correct. What was the name of Babe Jensen's girlfriend back in Brooklyn?
Oopsie.
Poopsie is correct. What museum fired Steve Banning?
Scripps.
Correct. All right. For 3 slips, 3 points.
3 points.
Do Babe's rock trick. I don't know about that. All right, I'll give you a real question. Okay. Let's throw them on the floor. Oh, did you see the movie or no?
Well, I've seen it in the past.
Yeah. All right, I'll save this. No, screw you. All right, how much did Steve pay for the pods?
75 simoles.
That is correct. All right, get your stopwatch ready.
Oh, okay. I got my watch. Okay.
$75 in 1940. How much would that be today? You have 30 seconds.
I would say around $450.
Higher,
$600.
higher, and faster.
$800.
Higher,
$1,000.
higher,
$2,500.
lower,
$1,700.
lower,
$1,600.
higher.
$1,700. $1,600. $1,800. $1,900.
No, within the 1600s.
30 seconds. Okay.
1630. Yeah, I'm sorry.
30, all right.
You'd have got it if you hadn't got tongue-tied. Sorry, guy. Where do Professor Petrie and Professor Ando have work?
Say that again?
Where do Professor Petrie and Professor Ando have work?
Oh, at the museum.
What's the name of the museum?
Oh, we just said Scripps.
No. What city was it in?
Pittsburgh.
No. Cairo Museum is correct. was Universal's first choice for the Professor Andohead role? Karloff, Lugosi, or Laurie?
Rory.
Correct. Name another horror movie featuring Wallace Ford.
Who was it? The MGM one from 1932.
Correct.
What was it? Top Gun directed. Freaks.
Correct.
And this person was in it, it was so long, it was.
You saw the movie? Yeah. Where was the Scripps Museum? Close enough. Manhattan.
Okay, yeah.
Did you just see the movie? Huh? Oh.
We need to start putting in the schedule that you have to watch the movie if you want to play the game.
I was out talking with everybody. It's just as much fun.
That's right.
If not more.
Yes.
True or false, there's a movie where Boris Karloff plays a gangster whose whole gang is wiped out in the style of the St. Valentine's Day Massacre. True or false? True. What movie? Students.
Point out.
Went on.
All right. And, where was the scripture?
Yeah, me somebody.
Where was Salvani from? Babe was from Brooklyn. Where was Salvani from?
Okay, we'll take it back to the room and we'll talk about it. Okay.
Students. Greenpoint, Brooklyn.
Pittsburgh's going to be the default answer.
How were the Salvanis intending to get home? Fly or sail?
Sail.
Correct. How much did Salvani invest in Steve's expedition? 1,000, 2,000, 5,000.
2,000.
Correct. Stopwatch.
All right.
The 2,000 he invested, that's the equivalent of what today?
I'd say,
5 seconds.
we're gonna get this first answer.
Okay, start ready to get to the first answer.
20,000.
Higher.
30.
Higher.
40,000.
Higher.
50,000.
Lower.
45,000.
Lower.
43.
Correct.
Okay. 9 seconds. You got that 9 seconds.
The gun that Marta brings to Steve and Babe's hotel room is a real-life gun that holds 9 bullets. How many times does she fire it?
10.
Correct. And with those 10 bullets out of a gun that fires 9, how many holes does she make in the door?
9,
Higher.
11,
Higher.
12.
12 is correct. Close enough.
Okay. Check the time.
Wait. You got something about Bob Evans restaurant, because that's where I work.
Oh, shucks. All right, the Mummy with Karloff. How many years before Mummy's Hand was it made? 8, 10, or 12?
8.
Correct. What howls outside the temple? No. Keep going. What howls outside the temple?
Jackal.
Excellent. When we see the jackal at one point, are we seeing a jackal, a coyote, or a dog?
Dog.
A dog is correct. What does Steve say Tana leaves smell like? Frankincense, clover, or myrrh?
Frankincense.
No. Clover or myrrh? Clover is correct. In Mummy's tomb, what does Professor Norman say the mummy's mold smells like? Frankincense, clover, or myrrh? Myrrh is correct. Confidence. Oh, what is Amon-Ra's preferred pronoun? He or she?
E.
Correct. What is Isis's preferred pronoun?
Female.
Close enough. Correct. We hear about full moons all throughout the Mummy's Hand. Do we ever see one? Yes. When the the jackal is, when the dog is howling. We hear about full moons throughout the Wolfman. Do we see one?
No.
That is correct. Dr. Petrie examines the mummy in the cave and says first that he was buried alive, and then a few seconds later says they did an amazing job of embalming him. True or false?
True.
That is true. All the old Universal classics, you know them by heart, every frame, right? Of course. We'll start right at the beginning. Has it got the Universal globe logo with the airplane or not? The Mummy.
No.
Yes. Is this working?
Oh, maybe. Yeah, you just flip the button.
Does it have the Universal logo? Frankenstein.
It has the airplane.
It does?
Yes. Or
No.
Oh,
Dracula, does it have the logo?
No.
Correct.
point.
The Invisible Man, does it have the logo?
no.
Yes. The Black Cat, does it have the logo?
Yes.
No. The Old Dark House, does it have the logo? You said that with such confidence. Yes.
That's it for that one.
We may or may not be at the end of oh, no, here's some more Mummy's Hand questions. Oh, okay, here we go. This is for the audience. Students, the first to answer this question can come up and get a prize. We have a box of prizes,
Yeah,
right?
we have a box of prizes, and we have plenty of some.
Okay, good. The first one to answer this question can come up and get one of the cheaper prizes out of the box. What's your thinking caps on? Mummy's Hand, set in 1940. The Mummy's Tomb is set 30 years later than 1940. The Mummy's Ghost is set just a few months after Mummy's Tomb, so let's just say that's the same year. The Mummy's Curse is set 25 years later, and then Abbott and Costello Meet the Mummy doesn't come into it at all. All right, when I raise my hand, shout out the number of movies I just mentioned. Four. I heard 5 over there. Who was the first to say 5? Somebody over there? Come on up and get something. Five. There's our winner. Egypt.
All right, are we going to allow him to get something?
No, we are not. I said students. I said audience.
Okay.
Bob Hope and Paulette Goddard.
Okay, this is for Mike, right? We're back.
Yes, this is right. Bob Hope and Paulette Goddard is their movie The Ghost Breakers or Spook Breakers? Correct. The Bowery Boys or Forrest Tucker? Which is the star of Spookbusters?
Bowery Boy.
Correct. Anthony Quinn's leading lady in his version of Hunchback of Notre Dame, Anna Maria Alberghetti, Gina Lollobrigida, Fettuccino Alfredo.
My wife's name is Gina, so it's got to be Lollobrigida.
That is correct. A decade before the Gill Man, this universal monster swam underwater in pursuit of a victim. The Wolfman, the Jungle Woman, the Frankenstein monster.
Jungle Woman.
Correct. Most victims in the old Universal horror movies die because the monster beats them up or strangles them or whatever, but there's a lot of drownings in Universal horror movies also. I'll name the movie. You tell me if it has a drowning or not. Frankenstein.
Yes.
Correct. Audience, who drowns? Bride of Frankenstein, is there a drowning?
No.
Audience? Remember his father in the windmill.
I was thinking of the girl in
Be gone. Son of Frankenstein. Is there a drowning?
No.
Correct. Ghost of Frankenstein, is there a drowning? Correct. House of Frankenstein, is there a drowning? No.
Should we give it to him, audience?
Oh, come on! Yeah, there's quicksand, there's water and quicksand. Do we give it to him? Who wants to give it to him? Who says no? You know, sorry, God, they turned on you. I am Spartacus. The Silent Phantom of the Opera, is there a drowning?
Yes.
Correct. Hunchback of Notre Dame, is there a drowning?
No.
Correct. And the last one, Tower of London, is there a drowning?
Annabelle Bones, yes.
That is correct.
I'll give you
Dr. X, MGM, Universal, or Warner Brothers?
Warner.
Correct. Besides Dr. X, name another color horror movie with Fay Wray.
Mystery of the Wax Museum.
Correct. Where does Dr. X take place? London, Paris, or New York?
New York.
Correct. I'll name a movie that starts with the word, whose title starts with the word it. You tell me the rest of the title. An it movie that features xenomorphs.
It Came from Outer Space.
Correct. An it movie that features a giant octopus.
It Conquered the World.
A giant octopus.
It came from beneath the sea.
Correct. An it movie that featured a monster aboard an Earth spaceship.
I know it's it.
Got it. An it movie where the hero, Peter Graves, goes everywhere on a bicycle. You know that movie that starts with it? And stop. Do you have it?
Probably not, but it conquers the world was the only thing.
You got it. Charles B. Griffith, who wrote a lot of Corman's early movies, including Little Shop of Horrors. He's in It Conquered the World as an actor. True or false? True. Charles B. Griffith also wrote It Conquered the World. True or false? True. False. Who made the It Conquered the World monster? Who played it too? Who made it? Who played it? Students? All blazed out. What planet did the monster come from? Correct. The monster cuts off all power everywhere in the world. What space visitor was the first to do this? Correct.
All right, you were our first contestant, so this is the last round. So one more
All right.
for this game.
You could tell which Earthlings were under the control of the monster by the marks on the backs of their necks. What space visitor was the first to leave marks on the backs of the necks of his victims?
From Invaders from Mars?
Correct. He had conquered the world monster. How many of them live on Venus? 9, 900, or 9 million?
9.
Correct. Beverly Garland confronts the monster in the cave, and the first thing she says to it is, "Please don't hurt me. You're ugly. Welcome to California."
You're ugly.
Correct. You old enough to remember the 60s?
Well, I was old.
What night of the week was Batman on?
Let's see.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Correct. What night of the week was Lost in Space on? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Thursday. Audience? Wednesday.
The Wild Wild West, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Friday. Correct? And the Franken Horse Challenge. I'll name the movie, you tell me if there's a horse in it. If there's a horse in it, say yes. If not, say nay. Frankenstein.
Yes.
No. Bride of Frankenstein.
Yes.
Correct. Son. Yes.
No,
No, okay. Ghost of Frankenstein.
Yes.
Correct. Frankenstein meets the Wolfman.
Yes.
Correct.
Point. All right. So we're done for this game. I lost track of how many rounds we did, and I need these cards back. By the way, when we get done. So does anyone have more than 5?
Yes.
You've got okay. Anyone more than 6? More than? Is this the only hand up? How many do you have, sir?
7.
Anybody got 7? Okay. Anybody got more than 7? How many do you have?
8.
You have 8. Anyone got more than 8? Then he's our winner. All right. Thank you. Thank you.
He's looking for guidance. We need a new group.
Okay, hands in the air. We need another 10 at least. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did I record you? I lost track. I got to see how many people are up there. I have 6 up here. Thank you. No, you can't volunteer someone. They have to volunteer themselves. 7, 8. Wait,
That guy. That one. Over here. Leonard.
hold on. Okay, how many do I have up there? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, I got 6. Okay, 7, 8. We got two more hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so 2 more. Okay, that's 9. And okay, come on up. Give me 10. Back in my position. Ready? Begin. Yeah, begin. Ready.
Here we go. In the 1950s, you could go to the movies and see a sci-fi with face-biting alien, cannibal, vampire, Amazon women. True or false?
True.
Spaceship Sappy with the Three Stooges. That's correct.
Okay.
In one of the Frankenstein movies, the monster sneezes. True or false? Correct. In one of the Frankenstein movies, the monster sticks out his hand and shakes hands with somebody. True or false?
True.
Who?
The hermit.
Correct. True. This is too mean. True or false?
Hasn't stopped you before.
You could not walk into a theater and see Psycho if you arrived late and missed the beginning by order of Alfred Hitchcock and Universal. True or false? No, it's a Paramount picture, not Universal. being booed. I need to give you another one. True or false? It's a movie where Boris Karloff has the ability to make a hat levitate and to make a fat man spin like a top. True or false? The Bells, that is correct. Is there a 1930s ghost movie that includes a scene of a New York City ticker tape parade for a ghost?
False.
The ghost goes west.
Yeah. Keep advancing.
Thank you for your approval. In which movie can you see oxen? Frankenstein, the Wolfman, the Mummy. Correct. Princess's Funeral. In Son of Frankenstein, how many bullets does the monster have in his heart?
4.
Less.
Oh,
That's good enough.
All right.
We'll take it. Bonn University in Germany is a real place. It's been around for hundreds of years. Who went there? Henry Frankenstein, from the 31 Frankenstein, Fu Manchu, or Dr. Edelman from House of Dracula?
Dr. Egelman?
Correct. Which movie series ended with fires more often, The Mummy or Frankenstein? Frankenstein.
does it get tell to the masses?
I said, by the way, the monster drowns in sulfur at the end of Son of Frankenstein. So there was a drowning.
Oh, no, of course you're not.
Yeah,
You just
yeah,
okay.
he's a drop I don't think because I said like 2. I don't think that was accident. Yes. No, he's 5 minutes.
What happens if you eat wolfsbane? It tastes good, you become a wolf, or call a doctor quick or you're a dead duck. It tastes good, you become a wolf, call a doctor. Call a doctor is correct. Can you be poisoned by wolfbane just by touching it?
I would think no.
Yes. The Cat and the Canary, who made the movie? Universal, Paramount, or Columbia? Students? Yeah. The first 3 words in the Bible are the same first 3 words as in Creature from the Black Lagoon. What are they? Correct. The Disney classic 101 Dalmatians. Dalmatians are born white and their spots form later. True or false? Correct.
Like the crawl sometimes.
I'll name the TV movie star. I'll name the TV star, the movie star. You tell me the 1950s sci-fi or horror flick in which he made an early appearance. Richard Long of the Big Valley. Students? And Cult of the Cobra. Sorry. Clint Eastwood.
No, not from the audience.
Either one. What's the other? That's it. Troy Donahue. James Arness. Oh, not James Arness either. In the 1931 movie, what's the name of the doctor played by Frederick March? Jekyll, Jekyll, or Jekyll? Jekyll, Jekyll, Jekyll. No. Jekyll or Jekyll? Jekyll. Jekyll is correct. Troy Donahue. An early horror president. Let's see if it's too tough. Students. Monster on the campus. In his big speech in Dracula, when Dwight Fry says he saw rats on the lawn, does he say he saw dozens, hundreds, or millions? Dozens, hundreds, or millions? Millions! I won't do this. At the end of Murders in the Zoo, Lionel Atwill is killed by a lion, a gorilla, or a snake.
A lion?
Incorrect. A gorilla or a snake? Incorrect. A snake. We get back to the TV actors. Or get that. James Arness, name a horror sci-fi movie.
The thing from another world and that.
Ooh, correct. This is a little tough. David Jansen. Correct. Robert Loggia. What's the sci-fi movie from the 50s? Students? The Lost Mentalist. Come get something out of the box. Charles Bronson. Correct.
Just take one.
Fess Parker. You're Mr. I don't know. Hang on. Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury. Where does the word Fahrenheit come from? Is it the German word for thermometer? Is it the Latin word for mercury? Or is it somebody's name? That is correct. Fess Parker, what sci-fi movie? Students? Oh, resounding. Michael Landon.
I was a teenage girl.
Correct. Students. Ted Knight. Psycho is correct. And he told me I couldn't give away any more prizes.
Okay, well, actually, we can. I'll have to go get some more prices that we have left over from last night. So if you want him to get something, we'll let him get something. All right, you can come. Whoever said the psycho can come up and get something.
It wasn't him, I'm a ventriloquist.
Finish the title with a letter or letters. Robert Clark, the man from planet blank. Give me a letter of the alphabet. The man from planet, give me a letter. Any letter. Planet. No, it's not A. Come back. Second chance. Late in the alphabet. Very late in the let's hear the alphabet. Louder.
A, B, C, D, E, F,
X is correct. 5,000 fingers of Dr. The 18, Mr.
That's you.
I don't want coffee, I want beer. T. The Black Pit of Dr. Students. 1 million years. Correct. Rocket ship. XM. Okay, XM, that's good.
Okay.
Frankenstein, 1907. What letter? Just one letter of the alphabet. Frankenstein, 1907. D. What's the name of the island where they find King Kong? They call it Skull Island. That's good enough.
Oh, thank you.
No.
Okay, we moved on. All right.
The Gene Herschel. Oh, you're Mr. I don't know? This is fine. The Gene Herschel Humanitarian Award they give away every year at the Academy Awards. Name a movie that Gene Herschel is not in. Mask of Fu Manchu, Mark of the Vampire, the devil doll. Fu Manchu, vampire, devil doll. Incorrect. Vampire, devil doll.
Devil doll.
Correct. A mystery line. First the hunt, then the woman. First, this is a mystery. What movie is this line of dialogue from? First the hunt, then the woman. Correct. J. Carrol Naish is not in The Beast with Five Fingers, House of Frankenstein, The Undying Monster. Fingers, Frankenstein, Monster. That's correct. George Zucco is not in The Flying Serpent, The Mummy's Ghost, The Monster Maker. Serpent, Ghost, Maker. Incorrect. Ghost or Maker? Mummy's Ghost, Monster Maker. Which one's Zucco not in? Incorrect. He's not in The Monster Maker. We've got a line of dialogue, you finish it. We think it will thrill you. It may shock you. It might even... You think it will thrill you, it may shock you, it might even... Students! Klaatu Barada, correct. There are far worse things awaiting man than... Students. Death. To God, there is no... Students.
Zero.
His...
Why aren't you guys up here?
I'll go up there. Island of Lost Souls. His is the hand that makes. His is the hand that heals. His is the... Oh, what am I wasting on you? His is the hand that makes. His is the hand that heals. His is the...
Hand that kills.
Students. Hey, come back. Peter Cushing is not in Dr. Terror's House of Horrors. Dracula has risen from the grave. The Gorgon. Dr. Terror, Dracula, Gorgon. Incorrect. Dracula has risen from the grave or Dr. Terror? That is correct. I'll name the movie. You tell me if it takes place in the past, present, or future. Mystery of the Wax Museum. Past, present, or future? Present. Sorry. House of Wax. Past, present, future. Past. Dracula. What was it? Present. It the Terror from the Beyond Space. Past, present, future. Future is correct.
1978.
70. It's the year that happened. All right. Finish the title with a number. The Unholy. Re is correct. Latitude. Zero. Zero is correct. Space Master X. Students. Seven.
Almost got this.
Dementia. Students. 1980. The correct number. Nosferatu. Who killed her victims with neurotoxin venom? Just answer. The Wasp Woman, the Leech Woman, or the Cobra Woman? Cult of the Cobra. A wasp, a cobra, or a leech? The leech is incorrect. It's physical. Wasp or cobra? Cobra is correct. From the pet lovers department, I'll name a monster. You tell me if you had a dog or a cat. Imhotep and the Mummy. Correct. Werewolf of London.
Dog. Students. Very easy. Easy one, right?
Henry Frankenstein.
Dog or a cat?
A dog is correct. Man-made monster. At the beginning of, if they were both alive today, who'd be older, Karloff or Cheney Sr.? Correct. If they were both alive today, who'd be older, Lugosi or Lon Chaney? Jr. No. Lugosi or Lon Chaney, the old man?
Lon Chaney.
Lugosi.
Be safe with what I guess.
At the beginning of 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, the novel by Jules Verne, a battleship sets out to find and destroy what they think is a giant sea monster. The battleship sets out from London, Paris, Brooklyn. No. London or Brooklyn?
London.
Brooklyn.
All right, this is going to be our last. Well, I forgot. You were first. So let him go first.
All right. Lon Chaney, Boris Karloff and Lon Chaney Jr. They worked together on screen in how many movies? 1, 5, or 10? Incorrect. 1 or 10? What is it? House of Frankenstein is correct.
So this is going to be our last round through. She was our first contestant. Last round through.
The Seven Faces of Dr. You got to pronounce it correctly. Low or Lau? Low. This is a tough one. If you don't get it, we'll turn to the audience. The name of the mountain in The Crawling Eye. Very good. George Sanders in The Lodger. Good guy or a bad guy? Good guy is correct.
Okay.
George Sanders in Hangover Square. Good guy or bad guy? Bad guy. Incorrect. And in Village of the Damned. A good guy or a bad guy? George Sanders.
Good guy.
Correct. Lon Chaney Jr. How many horror movies, monster movies did he make? He made like a jillion of them, right? In how many was he billed? Lon Chaney Jr. All within 3. How many was he billed? Lon Chaney Jr. The whole McGill.
1.
1 is correct. The greatest movie vampire, Bela Lugosi. Only once in his career was he seen with fangs on a movie poster. What poster? Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein, Mother Riley Meets the Vampire, Bride of the Monster. Abbott and Costello is incorrect. He's seen with fangs on the poster of Mother Riley Meets the Vampire, Bride of the Monster. Bride of the Monster is correct.
All right, this is the last one.
Last contestant, okay. Who did the music for Beach Girls and the Monsters? Frank Sinatra Jr., Junior Samples, Dean Martin Jr. Frank Jr. or Dean? Frank Jr. Dean. Frank is correct.
One second round, so count the cards. If you've got more, if you've got 5, hand in the air. Okay, if you've got, okay, 6, 7. Who has 7? All right, does anyone have 8? How many do you have, sir? You have 8. Does anyone have more than 8? Listen, here's our winner, but you are going to be second place unless you get something another box. How about that? Yes. Thank you, everybody.